I've all probably seen the charts and heard the headlines so far. The last few years, the appreciation we've seen in gold and silver and a lot of our precious metals are really back in the conversation. And there's some real reasons for that. Gold and silver often benefit when there's maybe lack of confidence in the dollar. And if we look at a chart of the US dollar, it's certainly gone down in value here in recent years, and especially in political or economic uncertainty. That's only part of the story. When we look at gold and silver, they're broadly used in things like solar panels, a lot of our electronic devices, as we think about AI and quantum computing. That's also driving a big demand for it. And of course, just using it as some sort of reserve. Now, when we look at gold and silver, it's not a problem of investing in those. It's how a lot of individuals are choosing to invest in those. And it's one of those, I say it all the time, FOMO, fear of missing out. We're seeing that start to play into this asset class where people are looking at the charts or hearing the headlines and they're wanting to get invested in this because it's done so well. Oftentimes markets don't reward you for trying to chase it. So what we want to be thinking about is not having it in our investment plan. It's asking the question, do I need it? And what's the best way to purchase it? We look at gold and silver, there's a lot of different ways we can invest in that asset class. Some of them are really good, and some of them can bring a little bit more risk in our portfolio. So when we look at gold and silver, it's an asset class that's been around for a very long time. It's certainly highly appreciated, which is great news, but we want to maybe take a step back, and if we're wanting to be invested in that, maybe start to think about our risk tolerance and revisit that financial plan to see, does it make sense to own? And then from there, what's the best place to then invest in it? If you don't know where to get started with that, we have a lot of videos on asset allocation, how to take a risk questionnaire, or more importantly, come to one of our dinner events or reach out to us and we'd be happy to sit down with you, review your portfolio, build out that financial plan, and make sure that when we're owning it the right way, and we're not increasing our risk or chasing the market, leading to too much risk in our portfolio.